Hi guys, welcome back to the stream. So today we are back on the management consulting practice. This is actually a casebook which is a consulting club. So in this book we are first going to deep dive into various kind of cases that are given here. So what is how to develop a tailored case structure, because in your interview it's going to be one of the most demanded question. The dilemma is a classic dilemma for consulting practitioners is how much to rely on predefined frameworks. When does a structure stop qualifying for one size fits all and start reinventing the wheel? How to strike a right balance. Developing a tailored case structure is a frequent source of failure from candidates at case interviews because there is no clear consensus on what represents a good MECE, mutually exclusive, collectively exhaustive framework. Some consultants, hence interviewers, openly recommend never using pre-existing frameworks, yet developing multi-pronged structured approaches. This was explicitly advised at a McKinsey social gathering just July. Others, professionals, consider reference structures and experience to be invaluable building blocks when developing a tailored case structure. Who is to say who is right? Well, in this case, we will assume that reference frameworks, such as the ones presented in section 2, should be leveraged when developing a tailored case structure. This is because we believe that the other type of discourse suffer from inconsistencies and learning issues. It is easy to recommend following your gut and being creative when you have worked in the industry for a few years, but for a beginner to adopt best practices, we recommend to leverage the widely popular frameworks. The current section provides recommendations for tailoring, and section 2 provides a set of tools and experiences that have proven successful in the past. Indeed, tailoring. The concept of inductive reasoning is key to develop a tailored case structure. A tailored structure represents an issue tree which can be constructed by following 5 steps. Define one key focal issue. This initial issue should be carefully designed with the client, aka the interviewer. Hmm, the brainstorm key sub issues, like focal issue, which is the main part of your question, and then the sub issues that are to be calculated, because you need to brainstorm in order to reach your final number. So the second step is where tailoring already starts. A classic mistake is to skip steps 2 and 4 and directly use a popular framework in the lines of those suggested in section 2. Indeed, also the issues should relate to the key focal issue in a way that the consultant, aka the interviewer, can easily articulate. But again, one needs to strike the right balance to efficiently brainstorm, navigate through relevant ideas, the popular frameworks, and your personal experience, which will both be of help to them. Now, build an issue tree by clustering sub issues into MEC categories. It consists in cleaning the set of issues gathered in step 2. Goal is to avoid redundancies and clarify meaning. Step 2 and 3 are recursive, since step 3 might help detect missing issues and send back to step 2. Prioritize issues and sub-issues. Step 4 consists in rearranging the set of issues, selecting in step 3. Goal is to prioritize the most important issues for which data can be gathered and analyzed within a reasonable time frame. Ask questions to validate or invalidate hypotheses and gather facts or figures. Step 5 is where the research and analysis part of the assignment really starts. In an real life client assignment, the structure provides pointers to delegate tasks in the team and to assess progress in the project. Hypothesis generation. The key focal issue as well as the sub-issues are often called hypothesis, which is a more direct form of inductive reasoning whereby the researcher starts with an intuitive answer based on its experience or expertise and get the facts to validate or invalidate the hypothesis. Hypothesis generation is often used because it leads to more focus and thus potentially more efficient data gathering. Client bias. When developing a structure, it is also important to resist the temptation of following too closely the client's suggestions. A key feature explaining why management consulting met so much success in the past is that diagnosing a problem and identifying root cause both require unbiased and analytical inquiries. Even if business experience and acumen can help prioritize some lines of inquiries, consulting, diagnostic, and prescription ultimately must rely on facts and figures. High-level case structures. Proposition for a one size fits all. Industry, competition, and business case. Industry, growth, customers, segments, characteristics, needs, profitability, trends, barriers to entry, risk. Competition, shares, competition by basis, prices, competitive response, new entrants, trends, client. Capabilities, finances, product segments, differentiation, profitability, trends, P&L or best practice, value chain. Industry, how is the industry doing? Is the client growing compared to industry average? Define customer segments. What are their characteristics, demographics, psychographics, needs? Are we meeting the needs of the customers? Which segments are most profitable? How did it evolve recently? What are the key barriers to entry, capital requirement, regulations, access to distribution, IP, competition? What are the market shares? How did they evolve recently? On what competition is mainly based? Are prices in line with competitors? What will be the competitive response? Have there been new entrants lately? Have some competitors changed recently price products, marketing, or strategy client? What is our client capabilities or core competencies? How's the client doing financially? Are there cash reserves? What are the different products? How do the products work? How does the product differentiate from competition? Which products are most profitable? How do the different business units evolve recently? Which products have most potential? What are cost and revenue? How do they work compared to competitors? How does the value chain work? Are there been issues with operation supply distribution? The profit framework. So that was the industry framework, the first proposition for a one size fits all, where you are actually seeing the industry competition and client, and on industry you are actually seeing the growth. You're seeing customers across segments, characteristics, their needs, their profitability, their trends, barriers to entry in the industry, risk in the industry, if it's a business case. And for the competition, you're seeing shares, competition basis, price, competitive response, new entrants, trends. And for the basis of client, you're seeing capabilities, the psychographics, the demographics, the prices, their product, their capabilities, their P&L, or their best practice, the value chain, and the product, like what segments, what is their differentiation, what is their profitability, what is their trend. If you have the profit framework, you are actually we have a profit issue, like business case for earlier was like, you want to develop your business, you would obviously be seeing industry competition and obviously the client, but now you're having profitability as the focal issue of your case. So what you will see, the scope, industry, why do you want to, like, what are your goals, what or how, what products, how, business model, revenues, revenue streams, price per unit or sales volume, percentages, trends, balance, cost breakdown, fixed cost per unit, production volume, trends and balance, custom tree, growth, organization, due diligence, an issue tree, scope. How is the industry going? Is the client growing compared to industry? What are the market shares? How do they evolve recently? What are the objectives? What are the products? How does the business model work and differentiate in the marketplace? Revenues. What are the revenue streams? Defined segments by product line, customer type, distribution, channel type, geography. For each segment, what are the price per unit and sales volume? What percentage of total revenue does each stream represent? Look for high revenue products. How revenue streams and percentages have changed lately and why? Does anything seem unusual? Cost, how are the costs distributed? What are fixed costs and investment? What are variable cost per unit and production volumes? How costs have changed lately and why? Does anything seem unusual? Custom tree, the above P&L delivers a quantitative explanation. The above P&L delivers a quantitative explanation for the client profit problem and spells out potential root cause. Based on the diagnostic, the assignment can then advance to a more qualitative stage of inquiry into the internal and external circumstances responsible for the observed symptoms and in the pursuit of tailored solution. Operational issue is there, so you'll see the business model, industry value, network, regulations, trends, portfolio, or strategy, business units, differentiations in marketplace, procurement, supplies, transportation, storage, or handling procedure, technology, maintenance, delivery, example, packaging, marketing, promotion, sales channels, customer support, competition, cost per unit, volumes, cost effectiveness, trends, innovations, technologies, product features, business models. Milestones are kind of your action plans. It's the control systems, re-engineering, innovation, M&A, budgeting, cost reduction, downsizing, right? That's action plan. Business model, what customer needs to our product address. This is what problems are they trying to solve. Are there important regulations in the industry? How is the industry doing overall? How is the client doing compared to the industry? What are the market shares? How have they evolved recently? Overview, strategy, business unit, product portfolio. How does the client compete in the marketplace? Differentiation, cost, leadership, value chain. How do procurement, process, and delivery, marketing work? What are the cost per unit for each activity of the value chain? How cost effective rate, current promotional tools and sales channels, benchmarks. How does each activity of the value chain compare with competitors' cost effectiveness? Can we find innovative ideas in or outside the organization that have potential for its business action plan? The above analysis delivers set of opportunity for improving operations. Based on these insights, the assignment can then advance to a more action-oriented stage of inquiry into the innovations that have potential to maximize value and minimize cost for each operational activity. Growth. Growth strategy. Pricing strategy. Mergers and acquisitions, new venture and startups, practice cases, Lymphoma consult.
Open with Emmy. Open with Emmy. Open with Emmy.
वो कह रहे एक सेकंड
मैंने ना 6 बजे से